The Blackout Challenge. The Blackout Challenge, also known as the choking game, is a dangerous trend where participants hold their breath or choke themselves to the point of passing out due to oxygen deprivation, all for a short-lived euphoric high. Although it resurfaced on TikTok in recent years, this deadly game dates back to at least 2008. Originally known as the choking game, it has tragically claimed over 80 lives according to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. Young users, especially those between 9 to 14 years old, are the most vulnerable. While no specific creator of the challenge has been identified, the trend gained traction in schools and online platforms before spreading across TikTok. Despite TikTok's denial of the challenge originating on its platform and claims that it violates their service, many parents and advocacy groups hold the app partially responsible for the challenge's spread. Several lawsuits have been filed against TikTok and its parent company ByteDance by families of children who died attempting the challenge. TikTok has since blocked searches for #BlackoutChallenge and continues to remove content promoting it. The Benadryl Challenge. The Benadryl Challenge is a dangerous viral trend on TikTok that encourages participants, often teenagers, to ingest dangerously high doses of diphenhydramine, an antihistamine found in Benadryl and other over-the-counter medications. The goal of this challenge is to take 12 to 14 pills at once to induce hallucinations, with participants recording and sharing their experiences on TikTok. This trend gained popularity in 2020, resulting in several tragic outcomes. In Ohio, a 13-year-old boy died after overdosing on the drug, showing just how fatal this challenge can be. Similarly, in 2020, a 15-year-old girl from Oklahoma lost her life after attempting it. This loss of lives caused an uprising among the parent community, and eventually, authorities had to intervene. The FDA issued a public service announcement warning that excessive doses of diphenhydramine can cause serious heart problems, seizures, coma, or even death. Manufacturer Johnson & Johnson also released a statement urging consumers to use Benadryl only as directed and to keep such medications out of children's reach. Sadly, despite the efforts and warnings, the Benadryl challenge has not yet been eradicated and remains a threat to all innocent children exposed to the dangerous world of TikTok. The Milk Crate Challenge. The Milk Crate Challenge became a viral sensation in August 2021. Participants attempted to climb stacked milk crates arranged like a staircase. The goal was to reach the top and then return without causing the structure to collapse. However, the crate's instability often resulted in participants falling and suffering serious injuries. Health professionals quickly condemned the challenge and warned the participants of risks attached to this seemingly fun challenge. As reports of injuries ranging from broken wrists, dislocated shoulders, and even severe spinal cord damage started flooding, concern grew across the TikTok community. Many hospitals were already overwhelmed by the COVID-19 Delta variant surge. Thus, the longer these injuries were left untreated, the more dangerous they became. Additionally, the challenge raised issues around the theft of milk crates, which cost the dairy industry millions of dollars annually. In response to the growing backlash, TikTok banned the #MilkCrate Challenge and removed videos featuring the challenge. The platform emphasized its community guidelines that prohibit content promoting dangerous activities. Users searching for the hashtag would instead see a message reminding them of TikTok's safety policies. This move helped prevent the challenge's popularity, though it had already caused irreparable damage. The Fire Challenge. Playing with fire became a reality when the Fire Challenge appeared online, tempting people to push safety limits. The first known video of this dangerous trend was uploaded in 2012, but it was not until 2014 that the challenge caught mainstream media attention. The concept was simple yet life-threatening. Participants intentionally set themselves or objects on fire using accelerants like hairspray or rubbing alcohol, particularly in enclosed spaces such as bathrooms. As expected, the challenge had deadly consequences, with several participants, particularly teens, suffering severe burns and even death. In May 2021, 13-year-old Destiny Crane from Portland, Oregon attempted the challenge and ended up in the ICU with third-degree burns. However, her story was only one of several teenagers who fell victim to the trend's growing popularity. The insane popularity eventually called for strict measures, and TikTok and other platforms were left with no choice but to ban related content to prevent further harm. Despite such efforts, the Fire Challenge trend threatens to come back at any time and ultimately put more lives at risk. Thus, if you are a parent, watch out for your kid becoming too obsessed with TikTok or becoming influenced by the viral trends going around. The Skullbreaker Challenge. What starts looking like a harmless prank can quickly become a nightmare. This viral TikTok trend involves two people tricking a third into jumping, only to kick their legs out from under them in midair. The result? A guaranteed hard fall often leads to serious injuries, including concussions. Imagine jumping with full force, only to have your legs swept out from beneath you, leaving you helpless to control how or where you land. It's no surprise that head injuries, broken bones, and even neck trauma are common causes of this stunt. The challenge's name is alone enough to tell us about its potential danger, and yet it took off online like wildfire, especially among teens looking for laughs at the expense of their friends. Platforms like TikTok can make anything seem fun until you're on the way to an emergency room. The Skullbreaker Challenge is a perfect example of how dangerous trends can spread like wildfire, often without participants fully understanding the risks. Kids may just think it's another goofy challenge, but medical experts have repeatedly warned about the serious harm it can cause. The Tooth Filing Challenge. Playing dentist at home may sound wild, but that is precisely what's happening with the viral TikTok trend, teeth filing. What started with users like Mia Dio filing down ridges in her teeth has turned into a dangerous craze with millions watching and some attempting it themselves. People are using nail files to smooth out imperfections in their teeth, but it's more than a cosmetic fix. Dentists have warned that this trend does irreversible harm. Filing away the enamel, the hard protective outer layer of the teeth, can expose the sensitive dentin underneath and increase vulnerability to cavities, painful sensitivity to hot and cold, and a higher chance of fractures. Unlike hair or nails, teeth don't grow back. Once the damage is done, it's permanent. The cost of repairing this DIY disaster can skyrocket, requiring fillings, crowns, or even root canals. What might look like a budget fix on TikTok could lead to years of dental issues. Ultimately, the danger far outweighs any benefits, and a professional dentist is the only one qualified to handle cosmetic dental changes safely. The Full Face Wax Challenge. The Full Face Wax Challenge peaked in 2021 and was a spectacle that left dermatologists cringing. In viral TikTok videos, participants covered their faces in thick, gooey wax, ignoring all common sense. The wax covered everything, including the eyes, while some even inserted wax-dipped Q-tips into their noses to rip out nasal hairs. One of the most shocking clips came from Capsalon Freedom Barbershop in the Netherlands, where a barber slathered green wax on a patient's face, creating a waxy mask. The video quickly gained millions of views, and people watched in amazement as the hardened mask was peeled off in one piece. Dermatologists were quick to sense the danger of this risky trend. Dr. Emma Wedgeworth, a consultant dermatologist and spokesperson of the British Skin Foundation, warned that applying wax to the entire face, especially the delicate skin around the nose and eyes, could lead to inflammation, irritation, and even folliculitis, a skin condition that causes pus-filled bumps. Ultimately, this viral challenge was a painful reminder that not every beauty trend is worth the risk. The Dry Scooping Challenge. The dry scooping challenge on TikTok has gained much attention. Fitness enthusiasts and influencers attempt to swallow a scoop of pre-workout powder without water. This weird practice promises high energy levels and better workout performance, but medical experts warn that it poses serious risks. Pre-workout supplements are designed to be mixed with water to boost athletic performance, energy, and focus. However, many TikTok users are skipping the water and swallowing the powder straight, claiming it provides a more intense energy surge. According to Alexis Gray, a sports medicine athletic trainer, dry scooping mirrors earlier trends like the Cinnamon Challenge, where participants often choke and cough while trying to swallow powder. The dangers of dry scooping are multiple. First, inhaling the powder can lead to lung issues such as inflammation or infection. Second, the caffeine content in some pre-workout powders can be as high as 3 cups of coffee, leading to rapid caffeine absorption, which can trigger heart palpitations, shortness of breath, or even heart attacks. Despite its trending popularity, dry scooping is a risky and potentially harmful challenge that should not be taken lightly. Pre-workout powders are best consumed with water as intended. The Tide Pod Challenge. The Tide Pod Challenge is one of the most dangerous and infamous trends to emerge from TikTok and other social media platforms. Originally designed to simplify laundry, Tide Pod's colorful, concentrated laundry detergent packets became the center of a weird online trend in 2018 when teens began recording themselves intentionally eating the pods. Despite being fully aware that Tide Pods are toxic, the challenge saw participants biting into them, leading to choking, vomiting, and severe chemical burns. The manufacturer, Procter & Gamble, quickly launched campaigns to warn against consuming the pods, including teaming up with athletes like Rob Gronkowski to spread the message, use Tide Pods for washing, not eating. However, by then, the challenge had caused significant health concerns. Medical experts talked about the serious risks, including chemical burns, respiratory distress, and even death. Ingesting the concentrated chemicals inside the pods led to numerous poison control calls and hospitalizations. Social media platforms eventually stepped in, removing videos related to the challenge and banning content that promoted it. In the end, it was a viral trend that tasted nothing like victory, only regret and health risks. The Silhouette Challenge. The Silhouette Challenge on TikTok, known for its striking red filter and empowering vibe, took off as a way for people to celebrate their bodies. It allowed users to feel confident, often posing in less clothing or lingerie, their forms turned into sleek silhouettes by the red glow. But, as with many internet trends, things didn't take long to take a darker turn. Some people found ways to manipulate the challenge for more evil purposes. Using editing software, they could alter the contrast and color to decrease the silhouette effect, revealing more than intended. What started as a feel-good trend became a way for some to violate privacy, with tutorials on online platforms and instructions circulating on Reddit and Twitter. While many of these harmful videos and tutorials have since been removed, Reddit even banned the subreddit dedicated to posting edited clips. Warnings about these risks are now circulating online. People are urging participants to think twice before engaging, as what was once hidden by the red filter might be more visible than expected after editing.